So, the coding challenge. I know a lot of you are kind of still wondering what it is and what you're going to do, and that's kind of the beauty of the coding challenge in some ways. You guys have been introduced to Scratch and like this block coding, and a lot of you have really worked hard and built the kind of understanding of what a variable is and what a conditional loop is, aka ifs and if-elses and fors and all that kind of stuff. And these are kind of concepts of coding, but they're taking away the language part of it. To learn coding is such this broad thing that's so open and has so many different avenues you can explore it down. It's like saying I'm learning a language. Well, what language are you learning? It's the same as saying, if you're saying you're learning coding, it's the same question. Well, what language are you learning? What are you learning to code? You can code games, you can make apps, you can make websites, you can make servers. There are so many different things that you can do within coding, and each of them have their own skill sets and their own languages and their own kind of adventure. So I thought the idea of the coding challenge is to introduce you to the adventure of coding. So what can you make? Well, in reality, anything you want. You have until, this is our last cat. The cat is just going to be going on until the end of the unit, basically, constantly working on building this project, and what you finally present to me as your final product is what you'll get marked on for your cat, along with maybe a little bit of a reflection to go with it. So you have so much time. Every week you're going to be coming to class and you're going to maybe learn a new skill that you want to learn. You're going to be asking me, oh, so I want to do this, and we'll try and teach you how to do it. Now, to make it easier for you and narrow it a little bit, I am recommending, I have some ideas on the OneNote to kind of give you some advice. And I recommend that you stay within the languages of HTML/CSS and C#, because they're the ones that I'm strongest with, and they're also the ones that are the most real world, kind of once you leave school. If you ever do want to become a coder, they're the ones that will be the most valuable to you. But if you have some amazing idea that you want to do something with, there's an Apple coding language for making Apple apps, or Python for making Google apps, and that's fine. You can do that. You have to present that idea to me. So the idea is that you come up with this little project, like I want to make this kind of game, or I want to make this kind of website, or I want to make an app that does this, or I want to do this, and then you start learning skills to get you there. Because obviously you can't just tackle it straight away, so you might have to start learning different things. So for example, this is a calculator. I coded this a couple of days ago with our year 8s. It's not overly complicated. It's a very simple calculator. This is the code for it. You'll maybe recognize some of the things. In here I'm creating variables. Over here I've got some if loops. I'm using some operations, and then some of the stuff obviously you won't recognize because it's C# console app specific. But if we just go run this, you can kind of see. So it goes, what calculations would you like to do? Type the number corresponding to your choice. So we've got 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 division, and I can go 4. Press enter. You have chosen to divide. What is your first number? Let's go 9. What's your second number? 3. The quotient of 9 and 3 is 3. Would you like to do some more calculations? Well, yes, I would. What would I like to do? Oh, 5. Oh, no. That was an invalid input, of course. Only 4 options. So, we'll do subtraction. Go 9 minus 5. We've got 4 is the answer. No, I don't want to do any more. I pressed yes. My bad. I've broken the calculator by doing that. But the general idea is that this is a very simple calculator, and didn't take me too long, very easy. Something that over a couple of weeks, anyone in this class could create. If you don't have Visual, and it's using this program called Visual Studios. If you don't have Visual Studios, there's the online version to do it. And once we got to this point, we can work on better ways of testing for errors, and we can build you up to learn more and more skills. And that's kind of the idea. Maybe you want to make a game, and you can make a game using Unity and make something really cool, make like a little shooter or a little maze game. The idea is that you pick something that you love, and we try and work together at how we can use code to create it. Maybe you love food and we want to make a food blog or a recipe book online. That's the idea.